Daubers, Deb Valder here, your Fun Stampers Journey Coach, and today I'm going to show you how to do a Christmas card using our very brand new branch and cone die set. I love this little guy right here. He is so much fun. We're also going to be using the Gnome for the holiday stamp set. I'm going to be using the Joy out of there. So adorable. Stay tuned. I've got quite a few cards coming with this little set right here. But it is time to start thinking about your Christmas cards. Even though you might not think so, it is time to be thinking about your Christmas cards. So today's card, I'm going to be doing the background with the buffalo check stencil. I'm going to be using, like I said, the branch and cone die, and the Joy comes from the Gnome stamp set. So let's get started. It's a fast card, but it is one of the ones in my Stamp-A-Stack that they like the best. So I thought I'd share that one with you first. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab just my white cardstock. Now I am going to take a smaller piece than I used on here because I do want to add a little bit more green on this one than I did on the sample. All right, so I'll leave that in the picture so you know what we're doing. And let's get these little guys out of here. I'm going to grab some of my liquid color. This is the Fresh Forest liquid color. I'm just going to take an old block because we do need to use our dauber on this. I'll throw some of my liquid color right on here. You don't need a whole lot because a little bit goes a long way. And what I'm going to do is take my dauber. So this is my large dauber and one of the large dauber pads that went on the top of it. Took my liquid forest green, and I'm just going to soak up all of that. Now let me grab my my little template right here, and I'm going to grab some of my Easy Glide. Just put a little bit on here because we don't want it to slip when we're on here. And what I'm going to do is just take, you really do want to get some grid paper because in my upcoming classes, you're going to see me using this grid paper, and it really works very, very well, especially with something like this right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and I'm going to line up my my template, my little stencil here, and what I'm doing is I'm using my grid paper to line it up so it's nice and even. I like to hold onto this long wide piece right here with my hand so I don't get my hands dirty. And what I'm going to do is just soak up this green right here, and it's pretty fresh, so there's a lot on here. So I'm just going to take and make little circles. All right, you don't want to do a lot of it because otherwise it'll seep underneath. You've seen me do this before, but you want to make sure that you don't let it seep underneath there. So we're just going to do little tiny circles all the way around, making sure that we get into all of the little crevices on each one of these squares. All right, this is really a fast card, and you know me, I'm always when I cut things out, I always cut out extras. So on my little pine cones and my ferns, I did cut out a bunch of extra ones, and I had them in the basket. So I did have them done ahead of time. So this could be one of our 10-minute or less cards. You know I love doing those a lot. All right, so you saw I just did little tiny circles on all of these. And that should be just about it. Now what I like to do is to just lift it up, make sure I haven't missed any spots. Looks good to me. Now this does dry a little bit lighter, and all you do is clean this up with one of your little cleaning cloths. Let me show you. I just take an old eyeglass cleaner. This is what I clean my stamps with also. And then you just take and clean this up. Actually, this is liquid color, so this is just going to go in your sink. So I'm not even going to do it with my cleaning cloth because this is liquid color and it's water soluble. So I'm just going to throw that in the sink. All right, so now I have my background done. I'm going to move this out of the way, and we're going to move on to the rest of our stuff. So let me just grab this little piece right here, and that's going to be where our Joy is from. And move that out of the way. Grab some of my hazelnut blend. The word Joy comes from our Gnome set. And I'm just going to stamp that right down here at the bottom. All right, so there's my Joy, Joy, Joy. All right, so that's all done. And basically, we're just putting it together now. So what I did was, you know I love to save paper. So what I did was, this is my background. And what I did was, I actually cut these out of my background. So let's take these, throw them off to the side, because that's where our little ferns are. I'm going to take this and add it to my card base. Remember, you always want to get as much as you can out of your paper. Why waste all that paper when it's going to be behind here? So crazy, crazy, crazy. Now I'm going to take this layer, and that's the layer that we just colored with our liquid color. All right, I'm going to throw that down here. And you see how it's all covered up? Now what I did, remember what I did was I cut this one a little bit smaller so that I could see a little bit more green. Then I'm going to take this, add this to it. Remember, this is a 10-minute or less card, so you can really take and, I want some of that green to show right there. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put it in between. So what I did was I wanted to see a little bit more of that and that. So what I did was I just kind of centered it between those two. Okay, so good so far. Alrighty, now we're going to take and add our ferns. So I'm going to grab my bloom tool, and I have 2 ferns that I cut out, so maybe we'll add 2 to this one, and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, so there's one, and here's the other one. Okay. This bloom tool is a must-have. I know you guys all have yours already, so I just want to make sure that you're using it. All right. All right. So this one I can take and I can put. Oh, let's see. That one is going to go this way, and then this one maybe I'll do like this, and then I've got a big one and a small one here. So how about if we just. Oh, I like that a lot. All right, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to grab some of my craft glue here, and I'm just going to dot a little bit. Here, 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 here. All right, just a little bit to hold it. All right, so we're going to go right down there like that. Okay. Take this one and do the same exact thing. This craft glue is so precise. Never gets clogged, and it's awesome. All right, we only need a little bit. All right, so we're going to lay that one. How did I do that? I think I had that one going this way. All right, so I just kind of outlined my little joy there. All right. And then we're going to do the same thing to this little guy right here. We only need a little bit. And like I said, this is so precise that we're just laying it on here. So you could make a lot of these. All right, so there's that. And then I got to take the little one and do the same thing. Just add a little bit of our adhesive here. Okay, we don't want a lot of it, just a little bit. All right, put those 2 together. I'm going to lay this on top of it while I'm doing my bow. All right. And then put the top on this little guy right here. Let's do our finger bow. All right. So I'm going to do a triple bow. I have an entire video on this. So make sure you go out onto my YouTube video for Deb Valder and look at the finger bow. All right. And you'll see how easy this is. Let me grab my scissors here. Where did I put them? Here we go. So very easy. I used to always do the fork bows, but I never had a fork with me. I didn't have a fork with me all the time, but I always carry my fingers with me. So it's just much easier to do a finger bow. Okay. Nice and tight. And oh, so pretty. Isn't that awesome? Finger bow. Make sure you go out. Deb Valder finger bow. It's awesome. It's on my YouTube video. All right. I'm just kind of spreading these little guys apart. All right. Grab my Journey Craft glue right there. Lay that down. That's how fast this card is. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. So this one I actually added an extra little fern to it. It's just so gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And once again, we used our buffalo check die. Okay. We used our gnome for the holidays. And I also use the branch and cone die. Such a pretty die. So, so pretty. You get 2 pine cones, different sizes, 2 ferns, different sizes, and they are the New York fern. I'm going to tell you right now, it's gorgeous. All right, so you take care. Have a great day. Hop on over to my blog. Make sure you subscribe to Instagram, YouTube, my blog. I'm everywhere. So just make sure you subscribe to all of those and follow me. And make sure you leave me a comment. I love when I hear from you guys. Take care. Have a great day. Thank you.